What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Every great magic trick consists of 3 parts or acts. The first part is called the pledge. The magician shows you something ordinary. A deck of cards, a bird or a man. He shows you this object, perhaps he asks you to inspect it to see if it's indeed real, unaltered, normal. But of course, it probably isn't. Today, I'm gonna go over the Metacycle. I have been an avid follower of this bike in production for at least the past year. I'd say probably about the last year and a half. Once I found out about it coming out, I'm like, wow, an actual electric motorbike that is like the Onyx, almost the same size. I put in my deposit, which was $100 just to hold your place in line, and this was long time ago last year. I, like many people, like the look of the bike. I mean, it's sleek. You could pick between a silver or a black one if I'm correct. Then you could also get a white one. This year alone, in 2022, we have seen a record high of gas prices all over the nation. The Metacycle kind of combats the use of gas by having an electric battery that you just have to charge. I have the Onyx RCR and I've had it for roughly the past 2 years. It cost me maybe 25 cents to charge my bike up every 3 or 4 days, which is great. I have almost 4,500 miles on the bike, and I plan to put a lot more. There's a few people in the groups that have the bike well over 10,000 miles now, so I know the bike is definitely capable of reaching those numbers and that type of lifespan. The second act is called the turn. The magician takes the ordinary something and makes it do something extraordinary. Now you're looking for the secret, but you won't find it. Because of course, you're not really looking. You don't really want to know. You want to be fooled. Back to the Metacycle. Everyone's clamoring about it and they're wondering, hey, when is the bike gonna come out? Last year, because of COVID, there was many shipping issues. So there was a delay after a delay. I pulled the plug and asked for my money back, which was only $100 before they went into the next round. Fast forward into this year of 2022. I hate to say it, but it's not looking good. And here is the problem with Sondors and their Metacycle. Months ago, someone noticed that, hey, the mock-ups or the things that we're seeing don't look real. So there were renderings that were starting to look kind of fake. So people are starting to really nitpick at the look of the bike. Look from the seat to the length to the battery size to the shock to even the wheels. Then the second round, they asked for the second deposit. Once you have invested that much, they're like, hey, you are now in line to receive your bike. Now we just have to make them. That was last year. And sure enough, that did not happen. It is now the second half of 2022, over 7 months later. Like many people, I can understand. They're starting to get really anxious. People are just gossiping so much. I don't blame them. When a company constantly says that they're going to deliver something every quarter and then it gets pushed back to another quarter or even 2 quarters after that, it starts to get really shady, especially when they're asking for more money. And if you're asking for more money and you're not producing any products and you're not being upfront with your clients, that is very troublesome. That's why every magic trick has a third and final act. The hardest part, the prestige. But you wouldn't clap yet, because making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back. Kind of calm people's nerves, at the last expos lately, there have been 3 bikes that have shown up. It's one of everyone. It's the silver one, it's one white one, and it's one black one. Well, fortunately, the bikes, you can see them, you see that they work. People have actually test ridden them. That's great. That is awesome. Fantastic. Here lies the problem. That was months ago. Now there's only been videos or pictures of only those 3 bikes. Pictures of giant production line or bikes sitting in a warehouse. But honestly, if you have a really good graphic designer, the way they're all lined up, you could have pretty much photoshopped that together. I really hope that I am wrong and most people that are starting to really doubt this company are wrong, and this isn't like a giant Ponzi scheme, or the fact that they're trying to recoup losses and basically still it's a Ponzi scheme, having the new customers buy in to eat up and recoup for all the lost money from the old customers. There's so much hearsay and no one knows what to think of it. It's not looking good, but I'm hoping that the Metacycle gets to all the customers that have ordered it within the past year by the end of this year. Because if they don't, I see a giant class action lawsuit. That's not going to be good for Sondors. I'm just staying around for the ride. Just like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to do some updates.